One for you. One for you. Whoops. One for Daisy May. Never work with children and animals, they say. Well, today's video does involve my furry friends. I've got two extra furry friends stopping with me, putting hairs all over the house. This is Willow. And this is Lottie. And Lottie is Daisy, my Daisy. Come here. You don't normally shy away from the camera. This is Lottie is Daisy's full sister. They shared a womb, didn't you? Right. Okay, you'll make an appearance. One or two of you will make an appearance later on in this video because I need to demonstrate the unusually named Bissell bark bath. Yes, I imported this from the USA ages ago. It's been stuck in my garage. I don't think you can even buy it anymore, so you might be able to get it somewhere in the USA. But at the time of making this video, it's not available in the United Kingdom. So let's open it up and take a closer look at this vacuum cleaner for dogs. It's not just a vacuum cleaner. In fact, this will wash your dogs, hence the name bark bath. And I'm assuming it's only suitable for dogs. There may be some pussy cats that might enjoy being bathed with this appliance, but cats don't normally bark. If it was called Meow Bath, then possibly it could be suitable for cats as well. So we've got this, a sort of a microfiber mat sort of thing you'd step out from your shower onto. Unusual to have that in a vacuum cleaner. Well, it's not strictly a vacuum, but you know what I mean. Let's take out the unit itself. No, it doesn't want to come out. Let's take out that piece first, whatever that is. And then, yes, we can we? Yes. We can take out the bark bath itself. It looks very much like a Bissell Spot Clean. In fact, that's what it is, but with an extra special attachment. We've also got full instructions, and inside here a box that says contains accessories. So let's see what accessories this contains. Ooh, right, so we get, this is special no rinse dog shampoo. And you are supposed to only use special Bissell shampoo in this machine. You can't put normal dog shampoo in it. These have been specifically designed to use in the bark bath. And I have got some other ones to show you. I did buy a few more bottles because you can't buy them in the UK, so I thought I'd better get a supply in. And here are the accessories inside a handy storage bag. And I'm wondering whether we can use the bark bath for picking up, pet messes around the home and doing other jobs that a spot cleaner can do. It possibly could be used for that, but you would need to buy some additional tools that fit on. Right, so we have also a little flannel, Bissell pet inspired. I think that's for wiping the dog's face and around the head where you won't be using the bark bath. Then we have the bark bath attachment. So I'm wondering again if this could be possibly fitted to an existing Bissell spot cleaner. That would be interesting. And here's the part that actually, that seems a bit sharp. I think you can remove that for certain dog types, depending on what type of hair they've got. So if you look at this, it looks very similar to the sort of thing you'd use to pick up those accidental spillages, and I've shown many spot cleaners on my channel. So it's got a trigger which I assume will somehow dispense the shampoo, and looking at it, it seems to have, it's got a metal grid, so I'm wondering if it comes out as a foam possibly. And here on the other end of the hose, we've got the container that you put the bark bath shampoo. And you've got shampoo and a rinse setting. So obviously, when it's in shampoo mode, it's allowing the detergent through the hose to the end of the nozzle to clean your dog. And to rinse off, you can select rinse. And you've got that button that says press to release hose. So the hose from the main unit plugs into here. And by the looks of it, if we can undo this, this is where we put the Bissell Bark Bath shampoo. Okay, let's have a look at the main cleaner. As I said, I've had this probably 2 years minimum. And it is, because it's an American import, and you want one of these in the UK, it won't work in the UK unless you have a step down transformer, which obviously I have, because I've imported quite a few American cleaners to show on my channel. So we've also got some sort of a clip, so we'll have a little bit of assembly to do, and the mains cord, and we've got an American, it's a 3-pin plug on this one. So yes, this does look like, I've had Bissell spot cleaners that look just like this one. Let's have a look at the hose end. Yes, looking at the hose end, I'll have to try this with some Bissell attachments, but looking at that, I think you'd be able to buy some regular Bissell heads to go on this, so you can use this as a spot cleaner as well as just as a bark bath. It's a shame they didn't really supply one, because it makes sense to me that you could use this to pick up dog messes and other spillages around your home, as well as using it to wash your dog. Got a power on button here, on, off. We've got the cable storage on the back, and they turn, that turns up. They both turn up and down, so you can release the cable in one go. Of course, you've got the hose, and then we've got the 2 tanks, similar to the tanks you'd get with a normal spot cleaner. Now it does say here, notice there may be condensation in this tank due to quality testing before shipment, and yes indeed there is. So I assume then this is the clean, yes, this is the clean water tank, so you just put water in this, because obviously the bark bath shampoo goes into that separate tank. But if you were to use this as a spot cleaner, you would put water and solution in. And then here we have the dirty water tank. It just lifts out, and it's got a float valve in the middle, so that valve raises up as the tank fills with dirty water, and it will cut the suction off when it gets to the full line. And it looks like this all comes out for cleaning, I expect, although I can't guarantee it will. I'll look into that later. It's possible, but it's possible that one doesn't actually remove for cleaning. I'll have to check the instruction book. A lot of them you can take out the middle part. So there's that. Let's just check the back of this. I don't think it'll tell me the wattage. It's a 2 amp motor, 120 volts of course, 60 hertz. So yes, it's very intriguing. Are you excited, Willow? Yes, she's extremely excited. So before I can do anything else, I need to see where these parts fit to the cleaner. This part is the hose support, which just fits into the front of the cleaner like this. Just push it until it clicks into position. The mains cable wraps around the 2 hooks on the back of the machine, like so. And you'll find a little clip at the plug end, so you can just secure it to another piece of the cable, just so it doesn't unravel when you're carrying the machine or storing it away. This is the hose storage bracket that comes with a single screw attached to it in this little bag, and it fits here onto the machine this way up. So you have to locate it, observe the hole for the screw. It just locates in a certain way. You'll know when it's in place. There we go. Just need to hold it in place and then fit the screw. And to store the hose, you wrap it round the base of the bark bath and then secure the handle end in the 2 clips. It's a bit tight. I found this with Bissell spot washers. It could do with being a little bit longer. but it does fit securely in place. So that's how you'd store your bark bath away, with the hose wrapped around the base. These are the extra bottles of shampoo I bought from Amazon.com. Different packaging, but they're both suitable for the Bissell bark bath. So I've got 2 bottles of clean and fresh and 2 bottles of oatmeal no rinse shampoo. It's probably best to brush your dog before using the Bissell bark bath to remove any loose hair. In fact, if you've got a long-haired dog, it might be an idea to furminate, because I find using this furminator we can get rid of an awful lot of hair from Daisy's coat before we use the Bissell. In fact, this is what I use to get dog hair for my vacuum cleaner demonstrations. Just a few strokes with the furminator and we've got quite a lot of hair already. So I'll finish grooming Daisy, because she's the bravest of all the dogs here. I don't think she'll mind being vacuumed with a bark bath, but who knows? The first thing we need to do is to prime the system with water. Here's the clean water tank, which I've filled with warm water up to the fill line here. To fill it, you just take it to your sink and you remove the black stopper, fill it up and place it back. Make sure you've tightened it firmly, but not too tight. And temperature of water wants to be just warm. You don't want it too hot or too cold, because don't forget, this water is going to go on your dog's coat. So just use the sort of temperature of water you'd normally use when bathing your dog. The water tank fits onto the Bissell bark bath like this. You might find a few drips. Make sure it's seated like so. Next we need to prime the hose with water. So first of all, obviously, we need to release the mains cable and plug in the Bissell bark bath. Then release the hose from the machine and then switch on. And while you switch on, you need to squeeze the green trigger until water comes out of the jet here. And Bissell suggests you do it onto the provided mat. I noticed that this bark bath is a lot quieter than a standard Bissell spot cleaner, which is useful if you're trying to use it on a nervous dog. Now we need to add the Bissell bark bath shampoo into the reservoir. So just remove the green cap. It doesn't say how much to put in and there's no max fill line. So I'll just pour in a little bit. I think that'll do. And then replace the green cap, making sure it's securely fastened. Next we need to insert the flexible hose into the shampoo reservoir. The inlet for the hose is here just above the filler cap, and you can see it's shaped a certain way, so the end of the hose will only fit in one direction. So push it in to the hole like so. You might have to jiggle it about. There we go. That's locked into position. When we want to remove the hose, we just press this button here on top of the shampoo reservoir. Before turning on the Bissell bark bath, you need to select the correct setting. So because I'm going to be washing Daisy, I need to select shampoo. When in shampoo mode, it's going to mix the no rinse shampoo in with the water and spray it onto Daisy's coat. If I want to rinse the shampoo off afterwards, I can simply select rinse mode. The instructions ask you to put the base unit and the shampoo reservoir on a table above the nozzle. If you're going to put it on a table, I suggest putting a towel underneath, especially if it's polished wood. For this video, I'm just putting it on my footstool. So now we need to turn the bark bath on again and then squeeze the trigger until we see the solution flowing. The microfiber mat provided is for the bark bath to stand on, which helps to deaden the noise even further. But as I said earlier, this machine is a lot quieter than a standard Bissell spot cleaner. So you can have the machine away from the dog if your dog's nervous of the sound of a vacuum cleaner. You don't have to have the dog right next to it. You can have it up to 11 feet away, which is very good. But obviously, help your dog along with a few treats and get the dog used to the machine before you use it for the first time. Now I'm ready to give the bark bath a go using Daisy as my model. She has no idea what's coming. This will be a new experience for both of us. So let's see how Daisy takes to being bathed with a Bissell bark bath. You'll need to provide your own towel for your dog to sit on or lie on in Daisy's case. You're going to have to stand up, Daisy. Come on. So to start using the bark bath, obviously switch on, make sure the reservoir is set to shampoo, and then you guide the nozzle over your dog's coat in the direction of growth, not against the growth, and you squeeze the trigger at the same time to release the solution. Once you've done an area, don't squeeze the trigger and suck up excess moisture. Very similar to the way you'd use a Bissell spot cleaner. There you go, Daisy. Still going to have to use a towel on you, aren't I? She's shivering a bit, but she always shivers when she's having a bath anyway. She smells very nice. I haven't done the rinse cycle. I think it'll be okay. It is a no rinse dog shampoo. She will need a brush and maybe a bit of a blow dry as well. It is a warmish day today, so she should be fine after a bit of a shake and a run round. Now, one thing you can do for the dog's face, you obviously don't want to be spraying this anywhere near the face. So this is why this little microfiber towel has been provided. So what Bissell suggests you do is moisten this with some of the shampoo using the nozzle and then wipe it over your dog's face. There you go, Daisy. That's a good girl. Poor dog, you've never been bark bathed before. I think you've done very well considering. But to be honest, I think you're better off having a conventional bath than using this rather unusual method. Just like a regular spot cleaner, the Bissell bark bath collects all the dirty water in this tank. The water won't be filthy dirty. In fact, it looks pretty clean. Daisy wasn't dirty, but can you imagine doing this after your dog has rolled in fox poo or had a mud bath? That would be a lot dirtier. But Daisy is none the worse for wear, bless her. She's gone on her bed now to recover from that ordeal. So now we can just empty this out. Just tips out of this spout here, so just tip it away, and then you can give it a rinse by just directing some water down there, swirling it about, and then leaving it to dry before putting it back into your bark bath. Thank you, Daisy, for putting up with that ordeal. I don't think I'll be using the Bissell bark bath on you again, but you've been a marvellous sport for the making of this video, so it's extra cuddles and treats for you later. Well, the Bissell bark bath looked a novel idea when I ordered it, but in practice I don't think it's very suitable, not for my needs anyway. The worst thing about this I found, and Daisy didn't like it very much, are these hard combs on the nozzle. Now you can remove this part of the nozzle and reveal even more of the comb. For a longer haired dog, this part comes off, just unscrew the screw, and you can reveal these tines, a bit longer then, just a fraction longer with this base removed. But they're quite hard against Daisy's skin. I'm thinking if these were replaced by soft little rubber fingers, it would have made it far more enjoyable, well, less stressful for Daisy, because yeah, that's quite hard. So that's what needs to happen with this. They need to be soft rubber fingers. They'll still sort of help to groom the dog's coat, but yeah, that's a major downside. So with soft fingers, I think it would improve this head even more. There may have been a later version of this, and I'm not sure if they addressed that, but yeah, Daisy wasn't keen on this. I think that was the worst thing for the whole experience. She couldn't tell me, but I don't think I would like that rubbed against my skin. The last thing I'm going to check in this video is to see whether a regular nozzle from a Bissell Spot Clean Pro will actually fit the bark bath, because at least if you decide this bathing system for dogs isn't for you, you could always use the bark bath as a spot cleaner, providing you can fit regular Bissell nozzles. So that's what I'm going to show you now. So we'll just remove the hose from the shampoo unit. It looks like it would fit, so let's see if it does. Yes, it does. One last thing to check. Let's see if it sprays solution through the nozzle here. So the answer is yes, you can convert your bark bath into a regular Bissell spot cleaner, All you'd have to do is buy a nozzle or two direct from Bissell or Amazon.com, probably sell nozzles. As long as they're suitable for Bissell spot cleaners, they should fit this. And instead of just putting clear water in the tank, you'd have to mix in some Bissell solution as well. The other thing to point out, if this is available separately, and I'm not sure if it is, but if it is, you could use this with a Bissell spot clean because it's the same fitting. The fitting that's on the bark bath is the same as most, I would say, most of the Bissell spot cleaners with hoses, and possibly even some of the Bissell upright machines with the included hose. So you should be able to use this as an accessory, but with more suction power, especially if you attach it to one of the more powerful spot cleaners. Let's get that back in. There we are. So all is not lost. I've got a usable spot cleaner here, but I've also got an attachment that I could possibly, and I'd have to try this out in a later video, but I could possibly attach this to my regular Bissell Spot Clean Pro, the one that I bought officially from the UK. So yeah, an interesting idea, and hopefully it made an interesting video, but yeah, I'm not so sure if this is really suitable. I might try it again with another dog, but I think just putting the dog in the bath and drying her with the blow dryer will be sufficient instead of trying to vacuum her clean. As I said, this is the worst part about this machine, these very hard prongs on the nozzle, and they're rubbing right against your dog's skin, and unless they've got very thick fur, that's gonna hurt. So that's all for today's video. If you can still buy this from Amazon, I'll put a link below, but I have a feeling it's discontinued. So bit of a waste of time watching this video, but anyway, it was interesting for me to make, and hopefully you found it interesting to watch. So until the next video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Bye for now.